Well, we're here at the track. Let's do this. Hey guys, Steve here. It is week 8. I skipped week 7. My bad, sorry. I had a wedding in Florida and unfortunately I just wasn't able to get done what I wanted to get done, running wise or anything wise. And so decided to kind of condense all of my exciting news and information into now week 8. So welcome to it. First and foremost, my friend Ali convinced me to run the Chicago Perfect 10, which is coming up on November 14th. It is either a 10K or a 10-mile race. And so she basically is forcing me to do the 10-mile race, which is fine. I'm totally ready for it. I'm excited to do 10 miles, and 10K would have been probably a little easy for me now. But that means that Brandon has been giving me some great running workouts. So far, I've done a 80-minute run, all in zone 2, and a 90-minute run, 17 minutes in zone 2, 3 minutes in zone 3, cycling through those 20-minute intervals. And it was different. I'm used to definitely going faster and maybe taking little breaks, little 30-second breaks after every like 2 miles or so. So to do those long runs at such a slow pace presented its own set of obstacles for me for sure. First and foremost, I had a little bit of runner's knee, a little bit of that tightening of the IT band. I think just because my stride was so different. I was taking these really quick, short strides, almost like a shuffling or a jogging. So he gave me some tricks and tips for that, namely the foam roller, which I know you all do. We all do the foam roller. We all go through that agony so that we can keep running, but it's worth it. And then another one that was a huge help was not crossing over my gait. I was tending to kind of put one foot in line with the other when I was doing that, especially that short stride, and to kind of focus on keeping each foot more under each hip. And then, you have to play around to not be pronating your feet when you land, when you strike. But that was a huge help. And in fact, from one of those runs, 2 days later to the next, it pretty much completely alleviated any pain that I had inside of my knee. So that was super encouraging and great. So thanks, Brandon. So doing that, so I've done those runs, waiting for my next kind of set of runs for him, which will probably come tomorrow. So I'll take you on that adventure next week. And then that race. Oh, and what that also means is you're going to be seeing my, I did my minimum heart rate while I was sleeping, which the lowest it got to was 42 beats a minute. So that was kind of my resting heart rate. And then I had to find my max heart rate, which was not as much fun as my minimum heart rate. So we're gonna go to the track and you'll see me before and after I run a mile pretty much at my hardest. And yeah, luckily that's something I won't have to be doing every week or every month, but every 6 months he told me, maybe a little sooner for these first few times to make sure that my zones are staying up to check with my progress. So anyway, yeah, so that's it. Long, slow runs right now. I think this week's gonna be another base week where I do greater distance, less speed, and then the 10-mile race, getting excited, it's starting to get really cool off. So yeah, everything's going really well. Dealing with these little issues as they come up, and obstacles that are associated with changing your stride and going for longer runs, but I will keep you up to date on all my progress with those things as we go. And yeah, so I'll see you next week, week 9. Okay, bye. Good morning. It is Wednesday. It is about 50 degrees, and we have driven to where we're going to be running today, which is not the trail that I usually run on, but instead the fitness track. We need to take a baseline heart rate measurement since I got this nifty new Bluetooth heart rate sensor that I'm going to start training with. And Brandon has been warning me about this day for a long time, and it's here. And I'm kind of excited to do it. We have to run a mile. I have to run a mile. I'm going to be running a mile to warm up, and then a little minor pause, and then another full out mile. Pretty much the goal is to see if I can kill myself, how high I can get that heart rate to go. So I will check in with you after the warm-up briefly, and then
after the mile. Alright, so I just finished running my warm-up mile. It was kind of hard to keep my pace on. I really kind of wanted to take off. I don't think I usually go a whole mile with warming up, maybe more like half or a quarter. But I'm just stretching a little bit to get my muscles loosened up because I don't often run fast. And I certainly haven't pushed myself to see how fast I can run a mile since probably high school gym class, which I'm sure we all have such fond memories of. And I understand that. I know that the point of this exercise is not to see how fast I can run a mile, but what my max heart rate is. But still, while I'm doing it, I might as well see how fast I can run a mile, right? So I will check in with you after, and we'll see if Brandon's predictions of blood spitting and metal tasting were right on. That was pretty awful. Yeah, I mean, you know, a good kind of awful, but I don't know, rather have brunch, coffee, a root canal. So I'm definitely not tasting blood, maybe a little bit of metal. Definitely the predominant taste in my mouth would be a little bit of throw up, maybe, dashed with a sprinkle of asthma on top. The cold air definitely is a new obstacle. Usually I just kind of, you know, stop running when it gets cold outside. So that'll be fun. So being an aspiring speech pathologist, I thought I'd let you in on what a healthy breath sounds like after a good workout. One more, just so you get it. Yeah. So that means that I definitely push myself, and then I probably also should get my asthma checked out again.